Alright guys, welcome back to some Planet Zoo. Today we are doing the Piscabis monkeys or something like that. I don't know how to pronounce it. But real quick before we start that, as you can see, I went back and I changed the sides and the back of the mandrill enclosure into gabion like I was talking about last episode. I forgot to do it um, when we looked at it a little closer, so but yeah, we're doing the Piscabis monkeys or whatever. I only put 3 of them in there. It says that they could have 3 to 15 of each. And I think for the mandrill, I think they are going to fight for dominance. But then I think once they fight and one loses, I think they're okay. I'm still going to just leave it how it is now with 1 male and 2 females. And hopefully it works. But we'll see. But yeah, as you can see, it's not a huge enclosure. They don't need a lot of space. I think the recommended or the medium amount or the lowest amount it says in the book is like 4,000 or 4,400, something like that. So I went with 10. It's because I figured by the time they're all in there, it'll probably be like 5,000 they need. So I just doubled what they needed, just so that they're a little happier. And it's a kind of a sizable area, so I figured I should probably just make it kind of big because I got to fill in this area somewhat nicely. So, and then as you can see, I'm just doing a path straight down, and then it curves a little bit at the end to go into there. And that's the path I was talking about last episode. But yeah, so we're gonna throw them in there, and then we do a little bit, not much. They really don't need much again. It's simple. Enclosures have been fairly simple to do lately, because I kind of have stuff down to a way where I think it looks nice, but it's also what they need. So we relatively just make simple enclosures, at least right now. Once I get this zoo done, the other zoos will probably be pretty cool because they'll probably have themes and stuff, so I can build them out and make them a little cooler. And hopefully I would just learn a little bit better on how to build. But this zoo I'm going to kind of keep in this style. And then later, when I make another zoo, make their enclosures drastically different than they are in this zoo. You know, this is our starter zoo. But with it being a starter zoo, I want to have just about every animal that we can in this zoo, except for exhibit animals. But I was thinking once we get to the point where we have most animals in the zoo, because there's still quite a few left that we don't have. But once we have most of the animals, I was thinking, oh, sorry. Okay. I was thinking, what if we make a very big building and it's full of exhibit animals? Just a massive fucking building for exhibit animals. I think that'd be pretty cool. I do have a couple other ideas for exhibit animals, which I will showcase a little bit when we go to look at the enclosure closer. Because I have a couple ideas for exhibits that I think would be kind of cool, but I'm not sure. I'm very like 50-50 on the whole idea. So that's something I will talk to you guys, or we'll show you guys a little bit of what I want to do, and then you guys can comment and leave me recommendations, or just if it's a good or bad idea. But I'll showcase that a little bit more, like I said, when we look into the enclosure. But as you can see, I just threw some enrichment items everywhere, and then some plants. They don't have very much ground foliage, which is just a theme with the primates. They just don't have ground foliage, at least not much that I like. So it's mainly just trees in there, as you can see. I put in some reeds though, and then we stuck with our mossy rocks. I don't like this hard shelter. I don't like it. It was just something quick. I don't know what to do about hard shelters because I feel like I have to use rocks because whenever I do anything else, it doesn't count half the time. So I don't want to sit here building a nice ass hard shelter and have it be pointless, like the giraffes. So yeah, I kind of just, I keep just throwing together these little caves. I mean, for most of them it looks good. For this one, I don't think it looks good at all. But I genuinely did not know what to do. So I kind of just, I just left it how it is for now. Um, but yeah, I do not like this hard shelter at all. Um, Sorry, as you can see, I used a little prefab for the climbing there. And then I put up a little platform, and then I put a bridge up. Um, and then I use another platform, as you can see here, to just kind of just to have something, you know. I couldn't really think of a climbable structure to do either. So I kind of just went with whatever, and this is what came out of it. I think it looks pretty good. Um, it's more than enough climbing space for them as well. And I'm also assuming they can climb the trees. I'm not positive on that one, but I'm assuming they can. But yeah, so I think it came out pretty good, this little structure I built over here. And then I built also a little secondary structure over on the other side. As you'll see, I tried doing something with this, but I was like, that's too much. It'll look weird. It'll be too big. So I went on the other side eventually. As you can see there. And I just put in another little prefab, as you can see there. And then I put up another platform right above it. Just a little. Not like anything too crazy. Just a little high and a little offset. Like that. And then I went and I put in a little log right here so they can climb up. And then I put in 2 logs on this side just so they have like supports and it looks somewhat like it can sustain some kind of weight. And then I did a little ramp on this side, which wasn't needed because they do have those climbing logs, but I thought it looked good, so I did it. And then I was going to put the log there, but I ended up putting in one of those little like climbing posts, this one, yeah. And just threw that in right there, and I think it came out pretty good. But that's all the climbing structures. And that's basically it for the enclosure. Right now, as you will see, we are going to extend that hard shelter out just a little bit. Because it wasn't enough space once they all were in there. And then I extended it that little bit and it was enough. It was back to 100%. So we had an otter die as well, by the way. So I'm going to have to go back and I have to get otters again and probably pronghorn. Oh yeah, and then they were having issues with heat, so I threw in 2 heaters into the enclosure. And called it a day there. When winter comes around this time, I am going to have to add a lot of heaters, because I have not been adding heaters as I've been going. So a lot of enclosures are going to need heaters. Oh, sorry. But yeah, as you can see now, I'm starting to extend the hard shelter out just a little bit. Just enough to where I feel like it's enough space. And then I check. Oh, it was back to 90%. But I was like, that's green. So we're good. Now we go through and do our normal stuff. We had a couple TVs, a couple speakers, and then we also run the lights and the benches and the trash cans for this pathway right here. As you can see, though, it's a fairly simple enclosure with a very simple setup. Nothing too crazy overall. But yeah, just like that, as you can see, just doing our speakers like normal. Nothing crazy. Trying to space them out, thinking ahead for the next enclosure. But I think that's good. And then now we go and add the lights. Which the lights, I think I put too many. and they're also all on one side. So I don't know what to do about that. There's not too many, I don't think, actually, but they are. I should have definitely kind of transitioned back and forth a little bit. But it'll be all right for right now. I don't know. Lighting is the one thing I struggle with in this game, because to properly light up areas, you need an excessive amount of lights. So I don't know. I'm not good with the lights. And then I put a trash can just wherever the benches were, like I usually do. And then I go ahead and I run the recycle bin. And then I also put a donation bin. Oh, I didn't record the donation bins, I don't think. But I put a donation bin. Oh yeah, I did. I put a donation bin at every other light post. Like that, as you can see. But yeah, that's it. Let's go take a closer look at it, and then I'll kind of talk about what's next and stuff. Alright, as you can see, this is what we are left with. It's a solid little enclosure. They're happy, so that's all that really matters at the end of the day. But yeah, this hard shelter, I'm not really feeling it. We'll leave it for now, but I don't really like the way it came out. But yeah, I mean, overall though, the enclosure itself looks solid. This whole section here is pretty good now, because you have this whole like loop right here for the primates. And then it goes into a plaza on this side, and then it's going to go into a plaza on this side, you know what I mean? So that's pretty solid. We should make a decent amount of money. There's not really too many people in this plaza. I think it's because it's still far out and there's nothing past it. So there's not really a reason for them to go over there, you know? This one stays fairly busy, but it's because it's on a loop and it's at the front of the zoo. So I think once we add this one here and a couple enclosures past it, I think this plaza will pop off. But yeah, so that's the Piscabis proboscis monkey. Yeah, so that's them. And then there is one thing. So I know I said I was gonna put the Japanese macaque or whatever the fuck, the Japanese monkeys and the cranes over here. I decided to change that because we are doing like Asian animals right here as well. I'm gonna throw them right here because this says Primate Kingdom. That way this whole side right here is all primates. Because I think that'll work a lot better. And then, yeah, so that's what I'm thinking currently. And then I think I want to add a staff path, I guess right here, because I put that in like a dumbass. But I guess a staff path right here going all the way to this. And then another one going down the middle here. Because this is going to be probably 4 enclosures right here. One right here. One right here. One right here. And one right here. Because this is a lot more space than I thought it was. So I think I want to do a staff path right now. Actually, we'll do that real quick. And then we'll worry about everything else later. But, so I want a staff path just going through. It doesn't have to be wide, because it's a staff path. But just something like that, straight through. And then same thing right on the other side. Just all the way through. Oh. Nope. Why is it doing weird shit? There we go. But there we go, because I'm thinking 2 enclosures on this side, 2 on this side probably. So I think that'll work out best if I do it that way. Yeah. So we're gonna do the Japanese monkeys and the cranes right here though. Which actually works out because I could do a kind of like a deep enclosure, you know, and have it wrap around this way and have this all be glass on this side too. Ooh, I kind of like that idea. I'll get rid of this tree and I'll have the enclosure wrap right behind this pond. I like that idea. Or, what if I do thick glass and leave this a part of the enclosure? No, that's unneeded. That's unneeded, huh? Sign looks pretty good though. Pretty happy with it. Yeah, I'll leave that out of the enclosure, I guess. So then you come this way, you see Primate Kingdom. You go over here, boom, solid. Go over here, boom, solid. And that's all primates. And then we'll have the doles over here, which will take up a sizable space for sure. And then the cargolls. And we gotta find 2 more animals now, because it's that big. Oh, yes, but the idea I was thinking for the exhibits is, what if we have the exhibits be like a one-sided thing? So it's not double-sided, like, or 4-sided, watch. So I can explain myself a little bit better. So in here, as you can see, they're 4-sided. You could go up to all 4 sides and see them. What if we don't do that? So I'm thinking, like, what if we go... Because we don't have enough exhibit animals. We just don't. It's as simple as that. We don't. So, oh, also there's butterflies. So I do have to make a butterfly room somewhere at some point. I don't know where are the butterflies from. Because I know there's butterflies now. Go here, filters, and then exhibit. So, yeah, see, we have butterflies. Where are these from? America. South America. Monarchs is America. America. It doesn't really matter, I guess. But I could do a butterfly room somewhere as well. Completely forgot about that. But what I was going to say, before I got distracted by the butterflies, is we go over here to exhibits, okay? We get something like... oh, that's sick. Holy shit. That's just one big-ass walkthrough exhibit for butterflies? If this wasn't so, like, extravagant compared to everything else, I would use it. That's sick. But, so what I was thinking is, shit, we could even do something like this. Because, in all reality, it's only front-sided. Oh, in all reality, I could do something like this. So, actually, this is essentially what I was talking about without me having to build one to showcase. But I was thinking, like, I could have one be just off the path like this. In, like, a hub area. So, like, actually, a good idea is there any extra space here at the plaza? I utilized the space pretty well at the plaza. But say, like, right here. Right alongside the plaza. I could just do this. I would obviously not let it connect on the side there. But right here in the front. Actually, there's a way to do that. I don't remember how. Anyway, there's a way to make it so that the paths won't connect. Or I could just delete them afterwards. But, something like that. And just have a exhibit, or 2 exhibits probably. Just off of the main path like that. I was thinking that could work, because otherwise the exhibit animals aren't getting used. Not near enough. So, that was an idea I kind of had. I think I'm going to do that. Where I can. Because actually, in all reality, even right here, I could just throw 2 exhibits in. Right there. Call it a day. That's what I'm going to do. I like that idea, actually. Yeah, so that's what we're going to do. I don't know when yet, but look out for that, because we are going to do that at some point. But, yeah, that's going to do it for this episode. Just wanted to talk a little bit about what we're going to do here, because that is a change from what I initially said, and then Wanted to showcase the exhibit idea. Let me know if you guys think I should do that exhibit idea though. And then also now we have to do a butterfly room somewhere. I should make the butterfly room not too far away, but I already filled in everything to max up here, so I don't know where the butterfly... Actually, no, that's all staff path. I don't know where the butterfly room is actually gonna go. Probably, I might do the butterfly room over here somewhere, actually. I'm not sure just yet. We'll see. I'm also curious on how this works. This one. Because how do you set it up so that that's the whole exhibit? You know what I mean? Because, like, the walkthrough exhibit is just this. So how do you make it so it's not that? You know what I mean? Because that's kind of crazy. Like, this is just that with the skin over it. Do you see what I'm saying? This is just the thing with the skin on it. It's just the box. So I don't know. I have no idea how they made this one. But yeah, that is gonna do it for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Comment down below what you guys want to see on the channel in the future. And I'll see you guys very soon in the next one. Stay safe out there, and peace out, guys.